Hello once again. This is Macro Market FX. In today's video, I'll teach you how to use the COT report data to link them and how you can use those data to trade in the forex market. So let's start looking what is the COT report. Well, I've made this video once again. For those who have not checked it, it's called how to trade like the banks. I'll explain more in detail on how to trade like the banks and how to use the COT report on a benefit. But this video today, I'm going to dive deep. So COT report, as you know, these are reports which are presented every Tuesday in the Chicago mercantile, whereby large speculators, large FX institutions are ordered to show their positions, how they have placed their position on the market. So, and this report is published on Friday to us to the website. So, as retail traders, you must know what the large speculators are doing. As you know, guys, large speculators are everything in the market. You must know how they do. You must think like them. You must trade like them. This this in order will help you to minimize loss and also to increase capital. As you know, the first rule of trading is to know how to risk. Risk. If you know how to risk, how to risk means that you're going to have a good trading trading mileage ahead, trading success mileage ahead. So COT reports. We're going to talk about how you can use the COT report and link them with the forex trading, and how this technique can help you increase your capital and can help you on risk management. So let's look at the COT reports here. For example, this week's COT report, which was presented at last Friday. Let's look at Euro futures. Euro futures. Currently now the Euro futures. This green line represents the large speculators. When I mean the large speculators, I mean the big market movers. So, and whenever they're above the zero, whenever above the zero means that they are long, they're bullish, means that they're buying a lot. Their contrast above the zero means all these up contracts here means that they are bullish on the pair. Whenever this green line, which is the large speculator, is below the zero, means that that specific future, Euro futures, any type of commodity, anything means that they're bearish on the pair. So this will help you to know how you can trade like them. So let's look at Euro futures. Okay, currently Euro futures. They're the large speculators that have been buying this pair since February, since let's start here, since March, the 10th of March. And you see, when they start buying this pair, look at the euro. The euro has been an uptrend since then. Since March, the euro has been an uptrend. You see, since March, the euro has been an uptrend. So if you looked at the large speculators, what we are doing since March, this was an uptrend. They are buying. So you could just go and look for other methods which using strong support zones, and you could buy this pair. So let's start looking at the euro. Euro means they are buying. So they are buying. Okay, let's look at the USD. Means we're going to look at the most traded pair right now. This is the Euro USD. Let's look at the USD index. What the large speculators are doing on the USD index. What they're doing on the USD index. This will help us to understand more about how to place yourself, guys. You must know how to trade like these big large speculators, as I said before, because it will help you to grow your capital. And the most thing will be on risk management, guys. Risk management is the most important thing on the forex market. Okay, let's look the USD index futures. What were the large speculators doing? As I said, whenever they're below the zero means they're selling. They're selling. You see, they're selling this this pair. You see, they're being short since they've started. They were long, but they were decreasing their position since let's look at the date here, and we'll go look at the chart. Since March, they are decreasing their positions. You can see on the chart the price was going down, and those official sort is short. As you can see, they're still short on this pair. So what you look when you look at the graph market, you see they're short. So you have to understand that the USD, the large speculators are buying the euro while they're selling the dollar. So what will it mean to the market? It will mean the market that the USD is an uptrend, guys. It's a very, very uptrend. So here, let's take a look at the market. Let's come and look at the market, the Euro USD. Okay, the euro, the large speculators, they were buying the euro since March, since March, since March. So let's take a look since March. So you see what happened since March. This was an uptrend. Since March, this was an uptrend. You see, price came back, retracted. It was a very good uptrend since March. This is the daily time frame. Then you can look at the weekly time frame for larger. larger oversight. But you can see this is a it's an uptrend. You see since March. Let's take a look since March. You see since March here, this one on an uptrend, guys. Since March 20, come back to trusted. Since March is on an uptrend. Why was it an uptrend since March? Because also the large speculators, the large FX institution there, they are buying the euro compared to the dollar. They are selling the dollar while they are buying the euro. So we think we will win in this battle. Means the euro will win. So when you see, so when you come and look, so when you come and look at the COT report, it has shown that they're buying the euro right now and they're selling the dollar. So what will you do? You come back to the FX, to the market. So you know right now here you know that you're looking for buys on the euro. So what will happen? You're going to look for the strong levels. Where in my side I use strong financial institution levels. For those who want to know more about these levels, how I get these levels, knows about the support and resistance, guys. You must know the big strong levels, the big strong levels. So don't forget, check me at my email at macromarketfx@gmail.com. And those who want to work with me via Upwork, I'll leave my Upwork link on this video description below. So as you can see, this was a very good uptrend. Why was it an uptrend? And the USD guys is still an uptrend. Right now, my take profit is at 1.20. You see here, this here is my take profit, guys. My take profit is at 1.20. 1.20 on the euro USD here, 1.20. You're looking for a take profit around here, 1.20. But I see the euro going upward. I see a big movement of euro to the upside, upward. This is due to other factors which I always talk about on my previous videos, looking at the macroeconomic approach and other things. So, but today we're going to look only at how to compare the COT data and link them in our trading. So, so if you could be looking for buying position since March on the USD, you could be on a good profitable position, and you will increase your up. You will have increased your capital. Not only you will have increased your capital, but also you could have control risk. As I said, risk is the main thing. So let's take a look at the other pair. Okay, let's look at the other pair. Let's look at let's look at let's look at the USD Japanese yen. USD JPY. Let's look at the USD JPY. The USD JPY. I hope guys the USD has shown you how to do these things, has shown you how you can link these trades, guys. Okay, let's look at the USD Japanese yen. Currently now, as I said earlier, the USD Japan, the Japan the large speculators are buying on the Japan yen, so they're buying a lot of contracts on the futures market. So you see, they have been buying this pair since, have been buying this future contract since since February, the 4th of February. So it's an uptrend. So you can see also in the chart, it's been an uptrend. Currently, right now, they're still uptrend, the large speculators. So, and the US, don't forget the US, guys. As we showed earlier, the US, they were selling. As you can remember, the US, they were selling. So what you think, what will be on the market? Means that the large speculators are selling more than one. They're buying the Japanese yen compared and how they are selling the USD index futures. So what will this mean to the market? This will mean to market that you see they are selling this pair. This is what will mean to the market. And you can also look at the true USD index. So what will this mean? Will mean to the market? Mean that the USD Japanese yen from the starting of this year, a lot of we will be looking for only sell position on this pair. We'll be only looking for sell position on this pair. Why are we looking for sell position on this pair? This is because of what is going on. You see the large speculators are below the zero since are below the zero. See also the chart is showing they have been selling this pair, and there was an official short and they're still selling this pair. They're still below the zeros, means that they are bearish on this pair. They are bearish on this pair. So let's take a look at what is happening in the market. Let's look at the USD Japanese yen. Let's look at the USD Japanese yen. The USD Japanese yen. So as I said before, the USD is a buy trend. It's an uptrend. That's how the light speculators were showing you on the market. So this will likely be to the USD Japanese yen. Why the USD Japanese yen will be a downtrend? This is because of the large speculators. They are they are buying they are more bullish on the Japanese compared to the dollar. So this means in the market the Japanese will be the USD JPY will be a short. Okay, as you can see, this is the USD JPY since the beginning of 2025 around here. So as you can see, this is the beginning of 2025 around here. So what will it mean to the market? There will be selling, a lot of selling on this pair. So this is the 2025 around here. So you can see this is the short. You can see. So that's why you see the USDJ pair since the opening of 2025. They've been selling this pair. 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 Right now there's a slight retracement, but as you've seen, the light speculators have shown you that they are more selling on this pair than the buying on this pair. Mean that they are buying they buy Japanese futures on the futures market. What will it mean on the forex market? This will mean that also the USD JPY will be a very strong short bearish trend on this pair. That's what I see. Through the beginning of 2025, this was a short this was a short this was let's say a short trend. See, a bearish trend, and this is continue being a bearish trend. Right now, the market is doing an retracement, and you'll continue going down until do this fair value here, as I've said on this video. Seeing things like that, guys. Okay, let's look also at the let's look at the DXY. The DXY means you're looking at the true USD index, as I showed you before. This is the DXY. The DXY. You can see here, this is the DXY, guys. The DXY. You see the US were selling on the light speculator have been selling this pair. Okay, you can see on the chart. Also in the chart there, the US is being selling short position. So you can see, guys, there's a lot of entries on short position, and we're still looking for entries on the short position. So you see, we are aligning ourselves at how the light speculators are doing in the market. So you can see you are aligning ourselves how the COT reports are doing in the market. So you can see also this is the short, it's a sell position. Okay, let's look at pairs like the USD ZAR, USD South African Rand. Let's look at pairs like the USD South African Rand. You see, this is the sell positions, a strong sell. So let's look. As you know, the USD, it has been selling. So let's go direct to the South African Rand. Let's go direct to the South African rand. Let's look at what the large speculators are doing on the South African rand. So it helps us to know how we can, when you look at the market, when you go look at the market, how we can position ourselves in this this market. So let's look at how the South African rand is doing here. As you saw on the chart, it's a as you saw on the chart, it's a bearish momentum, a sell positions with a lot of sell position more than buying. And through the beginning of 2025 here, the price came back at this level. You see, it is going down. So let's look at what the large you see here. What were the large speculators doing? They are above the zero line. Means that they are buying a lot of buying contracts on this pair, and they were bullish since March, the March of 16. You can see here they are bullish. You can see also here the South African rand futures is bullish. So what will mean to the market there? What will it mean to the market, guys? It mean that there will be a lot of selling pressure on the USD South African rand. Due to that, there's more buying on the South African rand compared to the US. So that's also a lot of selling momentum on this pair. A lot of selling momentum on this pair. So you can see how you can link the COT report and the forex market. Okay, let's look at pairs like let's look maybe at the VIX. There's some people trading the volatility index. So let's look at the volatility index. Let's come and look at the volatility index. Volatility index. Let's look at the volatility index. Okay, this is the volatility index chart. At the beginning of 2025, yeah, it went up to certain levels due to the tariff issues on the March, and it has been selling since then. The volatility has been down. This is a very good thing when the volatility it's low in the market, mean that there are a lot of positions you can place yourselves. Guys, you must, when you are trading, you must know what is volatility. Volatility is the source of everything what is happening to the markets. So currently now the volatility it's, as you can see, this trend is a sell trend. So let's look at the market. What are the large speculators doing in the market? You see, the large speculators, they are also selling the volatility. You see, they are continuing selling the volatilities. So what will it mean to the market? As you can see here, this is what happened to the market. You see, the position. So you can know. So when you look at the COT report, when you come look at the chart, so you know the overall position of this pair is an uptrend. So you only look for uptrend in buying position. If it's a sell trend, you only look for sell position. So you can see the overall trend of the VIX is a sell. So that's why you're going to look for a lot of sell position on this pair, things like that. So let's look at one last pair which we're going to look at. Let's look at the CHF-JPY. This is a very new hot pair which also I'm looking at right now, the CHF-JPY. You also know what the Japanese are doing in the market. The Japanese, the large speculators that are buying strong on the Japanese futures. So as you can see what happened to the USD JPY. So let's look at the CHF. This is it. So I want you to take this pair and you can do your research on this pair, but also you can continue position on looking for positions on the Euro USD buying position, selling position on the USD ZAR, USD JPY, USD dollar index. So let's look at the Swiss franc. So let's take a look at the Swiss franc. What is happening on the Swiss franc? Let's look at what is happening on the Swiss franc. Guys, you see the Swiss franc, large speculators have been selling this pair, and they have been selling this pair on the Swiss franc. You see, have been selling this pair, but there was an uptrend on the Swiss franc. This was due to the macroeconomic difference between the Switzerland country and the Japanese countries. But currently overall now, I see a long sell trend coming on this pair. That's why I tell you this is a case study. Continue watching it. I've showed you a case study, the EU, Euro USD, DXY, USD ZAR, USD Japanese yen, and the VIX. So this is a new case study. You continue watching. They are selling this pair, the large speculators, while on the Japanese they are buying. So currently right now we are looking for sell position on this pair, and you can see here we are looking for sell position. So this is a case study. I'll leave it to you. Continue watching this pair while you continue looking for position on other pair on the pairs which I've shown you before, and you can use this COT report to look on all other pairs. There are a lot of pairs, guys. If you want to talk about this pair, we can use even the whole day long to talk about this pair. But I've only shown a, a piece of pairs. I've shown you a piece of knowledge on how I look for my entries. How I look for my entries, guys. So this is the CHF KYC we are looking for. We are looking over right now. We're looking to sell this pair. So this is the case study I'm leaving to you. So look on how this market will play on this pair. Look on how this market will play on this pair. I've showed you how it played on the previous pair. So this is the new entry, which will be a very good one to take a look at, the CHF JPY, Swiss franc, and the Japanese yen. So guys, I hope this video has enlightened you more on how to do the COT report on trading the forex market. You look at what the COT are doing, the large speculators are doing, and you come and link them in the market. I've shown you the USD, which is among the most traded pair. I've shown you the USD ZAR. I've shown you the volatility VIX. I've shown you the US index, the USD JPY, and right now I've lived with the case study of Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Okay, guys, and be for those want to be among one of my students. As you know, my students are they're doing well due to what I'm teaching them. Please follow me, check me on my Upwork. I'll leave my Upwork link on my video description, and those check on my email at macromarketfx@gmail.com. For those want to be mentored by me, I'll show you how you can how you can profit from this market. And I know a lot of people are struggling on the forex market. I know it have been there, but you a lot of people just look at support and resistance, look at lines. Forest is more than support and resistance, guys. You must know. I've showed you a simple example. So if for example since March you could know that the USD is an uptrend. So what you will be doing? You could be looking only for uptrend positions, meaning buying position on this pair, which means from March till now, if you could concentrate on the USD, you could be on a very good, very good profit. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, comment below, and please share this macro market FS community. And please don't forget, guys, I offer mentorship courses on forex market, the futures market, and the stock market. And for those who want to contact me, you can contact me through my Upwork link. I'll leave on video description, and also you can check me through my email. So thank you guys, and have a very good week. And don't forget, guys, live speculators is the main thing of trading the forex market, guys. You must know how the COT are doing. You must know how they place themselves on this market. So for those who want to who need to know more, people need to know more, need to be mentored by me as how my students are doing on my on my